And there are many people who have bought the Yureka phone and many aspire to buy it as well. We have a new phone right now with the competition which is right now building up. So we have this phone available for slightly more than 10,000 rupees as compared to this one. And again, both of these devices are kind of pretty close in terms of the overall specifications. As far as the overall form factor is concerned, we have 5.5 inch display on the Huawei Honor 4X and we have 5.5 inch display on the Yureka phone as well, and both of these displays are IPS LCD display. But if you take a closer look, we can see the comparison over there. The viewing angles are actually better over here on the Huawei Honor 4X, and there is a reason for that. If you actually take a closer look, you won't be able to see the gap in between the display digitizer and the glass which is there on the front, and that is why viewing angles are better. Color production is also better as compared to Yureka, in which if you take a very closer look, you can see a slight gap over there on the edges, which tells you the display is good but not as good as you see on Honor 4X. So this is something initially I would like to tell you, that display definitely feels better over here on the Honor 4X, which is definitely a good thing, but it also comes for more price as compared to Yureka. Now let's talk about camera. The camera on these two devices is a 13 megapixel camera over there, and we have a 13 megapixel camera over there as well with LED flash. Both of them has LED flash. Both of them has secondary microphone as well for noise cancellation. 3.5 audio jack. On this side you can see that the power and sleep key is over there, and it is over there, and both of these are plastic buttons. We have volume rocker over there, and the volume rocker is actually on this side on the Yureka phone. At the bottom we can see that we have the loudspeaker over there on the edges, which is definitely a better design as compared to loudspeaker on the back, because this sound can get muffled if you place it like this on a table when you are watching a video, as compared to Huawei Honor 4X, in which the sound will not get muffled because the loudspeaker cutout is actually on the edges. And then we have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. Both of these phones are fairly slim, I would say. In terms of the overall form factor, I would say the Yureka phone feels lighter when you hold it in hand. In terms of the overall dimensions, both of them are 5.5 inch display and they have almost the same dimensions. If you compare them as of now, you might see that the height of the Yureka phone is slightly more as compared to Honor 6, and I can show you that. Maybe I can place it here. And over here you can see that there is a slight difference over there in terms of the height. This is slightly taller, and again you do have some more space over there. Maybe that could be the reason. Now there is one compromise on the Honor 4X which is not there on the Yureka one, as these touch capacitive buttons are there on the body of the phone, but they do not have backlit LED, whereas you will have backlit LED over here on the Yureka phone, which is a good thing. And you can also move these touch capacitive buttons, navigation buttons within the display as well, but you cannot do that over here. Talking about the connectivity, let's take a look over the connectivity part. So we have a 3000 milliampere battery over here, but we do not have this much of battery on the Yureka phone. As you can see, it is 2500 milliampere battery. So in battery department, definitely this phone is bigger, so it is giving you a bigger battery, and definitely that is an added advantage. When it comes to connectivity, both of these phones are dual SIM phones, and 4G is supported on both of them. And over here 4G is supported on both the SIM card slot, but I'm not sure whether 4G is supported on both of them, both the SIM card slot on the Yureka phone. We will confirm that later. Talking about micro SD card slot, we do have that over here, and we also have it over here as well, and the battery is sealed inside on this one, so you cannot remove the battery. In case that could be a good point for you, then in that case the Yureka phone is definitely better, because you can always remove the battery and take it out and get it repaired or replace it with the other battery. Over here you will have to go to the service center to get it repaired or get it replaced. So talking about the front, now let's take a look over the front and the software profile. And as you can see, this is running on the Cyanogen Mod ROM, which is now exclusive to Yureka phones in India, and you can see the phone is pretty responsive. One thing which I really like about the Yureka phone is that it can play almost any game. So it is coming with a better chipset inside, which is Snapdragon 615 as compared to Snapdragon 410. Both of them are LTE phones, so you have 4G connectivity on both of them. Talking about the overall graphic performance is slightly better over here. I can play Modern Combat 5 I can play Asphalt 8, Subway Surfer, Blood and Glory. All these games I can play, and I can also play Dead Trigger 2 on this one. Whereas Dead Trigger 2 on most of the phones, as per the information which I have got, is not working on the Honor 4X, and this might be a bug on the software side. I don't know, maybe they can fix it, but whenever I try to play Dead Trigger 2, it will always crash. So this is something which is happening on the Honor 4X. So as you can see, it has crashed as of now, and this is the same thing which is happening. So in terms of the overall gaming performance, I would say gaming is going to be slightly better over here. However, in terms of the overall storage as well, this is going to give you more storage. We have 16 GB of storage on the Yureka phone, which is a better thing as compared to what you get on the Honor 4X. And let me just show you the settings for that. We have storage information over there on the Yureka, and we have storage information over there as well on the Honor 4X. So we have 4 GB free as of now. For 4 GB is actually available on the device out of 8 GB, which is the internal storage, and right now it is 1.16 GB which is available. And you do have support for SD card, so SD card can be inserted into this phone, and you can also install applications on the SD card. On this one you have internal storage which is 16 GB, out of which approximately 12 GB is there on this device. So you are definitely getting more storage over here, which is definitely an advantage. When it comes to RAM, both of these devices have 2 GB of RAM. So in terms of the overall graphic response and the UI smoothness, both of them are pretty smooth. This one is running on Emotion UI 3.0, which is pretty responsive and fluid. I would say I have not faced any issues on the Honor 4X, and I would say same thing I can say for the Yureka phone as well. It is running on Cyanogen mod ROM, which is very nicely optimized on this phone, and again the overall performance of both of these two devices on the basis of software is pretty good. So let me just test the camera on these two devices, and for that we will take photos of two action figures over there. One is Roger Federer and other one is Superman, and we will place them here, sorry. And let me just take a photo of these action figures as of now from the camera on 4X as of now, and again it is causing some problem. Okay, so I can take the photo right now, and I can take the photo of the Superman as well, and let me just take the photo right away with the Yureka phone as well. So we have taken the photo of the Roger Federer, and now it is the Superman who is going to be photographed. So it does take slightly more time, I would say, as far as the camera shutter speeds are concerned. Let me just take a look over the photo which we have captured on these two phones, and for that we need to swipe like this over here. Yeah, so here we have the photos taken from both of these. As you can see, this is how the photo has been taken. Again, this photo has been taken in kind of low light scenario or artificial light, you can say. This is how the photo looks like. I would say the camera clarity, if you zoom in, is slightly better over here on the Honor 4X. However, it is not bad at all on the Yureka phone. Both of these devices have 13 megapixel rear cameras, and if you compare these qualities, this is how the actual Superman looks, which is looking like this on the Honor 4X, and it is looking like this on the Yureka phone. Both of these devices are doing a pretty good job, I would say, as far as rear camera is concerned. Producing colors is also good enough. I would say it is not bad. Colors are slightly oversaturated over here on the Yureka one, which is something maybe okay for some people, but it is not okay for me. Let me just take a look over this photo of the Roger Federer. So this is how the photo looked like of the Roger Federer, and this is how it looks like on the Yureka phone. So this is on 4X, which is giving pretty good colors, I would say, and good amount of details as well. And this photo has been taken in HDR, so this is also looking good as well. And again, I did not apply HDR, it was auto HDR on the Yureka which it detected. So that's how it is, and this is how the actual object is. And if you compare it, this one is very close to it in terms of colors, and this one is also good, but I would say there is slight amount of color change over here if you actually see the difference in the face, and the same is not happening over here on the Honor 4X photo, and this is how it is. So I would say rear camera is good enough on both of these two phones. Let me just take a photo from the front camera now. So in terms of overall benchmarks, definitely these two devices are different, and both of them will give you different kind of benchmark scores, but the overall day-to-day usage and performance is something which is going to be kind of same. So we have, let me just first of all get rid of, okay, it is auto HDR again. Yeah, let me just take a photo of mine, and let me just take the photo with the same expressions from the Honor 4X. Yeah, so I've taken both of these photos, and let me just preview this one now. So this is how the front camera selfie looked like on the Yureka one, and let me just take a look over here as well. This is how it looks like on the Honor 4X. So one thing which I really like, right now I'm wearing a black t-shirt of this Nikon brand, but this is coming out to be blue over here on the Yureka one for some reason. So color protection is definitely not good over here, and my hairs are also blue for some reason. I don't know why it is that, but I would say photo is looking better in terms of colors over here. In terms of details, it is looking pretty fine on both of these devices. It has been captured pretty well. So still I would like the photo which has been taken on the Honor 4X, because it is better in terms of colors, and this is something different I can see at least. It is not exactly black, this is black, but this is definitely not black. For some reason it has given this kind of color protection. So in terms of N2 benchmark scores, let me just show you some of these scores so that you can actually get to know about that. First of all, let's take a look over the multi-touch. This is 10-point multi-touch. The Honor 4X, this is 5-point multi-touch, which is different definitely. And talking about the Ninamark score, let me just take a look over the Ninamark score. So in terms of Ninamark score, they are very close to each other, but definitely this is 4110 and this is 615 as far as chipset is concerned, and gaming is definitely better over here as compared to the Honor 4X, which is something which I have already found out. Talking about the quadrant score, let's take a look over the sensor information and find out which one is better in terms of more sensors and hardware. So hardware wise we have already talked about. Let's take a look over the display resolution. So it is 720x1280 in both of them are high definition displays, and here we have the sensors. So we have less number of sensors on the Yureka phone, which is accelerometer sensor, light sensor, proximity and gyroscope sensor, whereas we have magnetic field sensor as well on this device. We also have proximity, light orientation, gyro, linear rotation, rotation vector, linear acceleration and gravity sensor as well. So you have more number of sensors on the Honor 4X, which is a good thing for some people out there. Talking about gaming we have already talked about, and camera also we have talked about. In all, I would like to say that both of these devices are good. The camera performance is something which I like on both of them. I would say the front camera is better over here on the Honor 4X in my opinion. As of now, rear camera is pretty good on both of these devices, and when it comes to the overall build quality is pretty good on both of them. The back finishing is very nice over here. It is matte finish with a texturized feel, which will give you a very nice grip and a very good feel when you hold it in hand. One thing which can be a major point, especially for some people out there while making a decision in between these two, is going to be the gaming. So gaming wise, definitely this one is going to give you better gaming performance. But if you actually worry about the display, so display is better over here. This is something which I can say, and definitely the color production, the overall display clarity, viewing angles, everything is better over here, and I can basically show you that. You may not be able to see it from the camera, but once you hold these devices in hand, then you can see the difference. And let me just play a YouTube video so that I can show you what I am actually saying when it comes to the display clarity. And I'm going to play a high definition video on both of these devices so that you can get to know about the display clarity on both of them. So let me just launch a Google YouTube application over here as well, and we go for later, next, why they put all these things. But anyways, yeah, over here. So we are going to play a YouTube video from our channel, which is our intro video, and definitely we are coming up with a new intro as well. So this will not be very monotonous in the next intro video which we will post. But anyways, taking a look over the clarity, the video has already started playing over here. Both of these devices can play this video in 720p, which is definitely a good thing. And the video has started playing over here, and you can see the display clarity over here. So this is mainly going to be about the display clarity, loudness of the sound as well. First of all, I'm going to show you the Yureka phone. So this is how it looks like on the Yureka one. And if you take a look from this angle, you can see slightly different colors. If you take a look at from this angle, you can see slightly different colors. And this is happening because the display is good, but not as good as it is here. And in case you see it here on the Honor 4X and you see it from this angle, the color shift will not be that much. So there is a color shift which will happen, but it will not be that much. And if you take a closer look, you can see this is how it will be different. So I would say display is good on both of them, but I like the display on the Honor 4X personally. And if you talk about the loudspeaker sound, I think I forgot to show you that. So loudspeaker is pretty loud over here, which is good, but not very loud, I would say. And let's take a look, and as you can see, the sound get muffled over here. And if you can hear the sound as of now over here, sound is louder. Loudspeaker is actually louder over here on the Honor 4X as compared to the Yureka phone. And it also gets muffled when you place it like this, whereas this one does not get muffled. So this is all we have as far as the quick comparison of these two devices on the basis of camera, on the basis of build quality, what kind of value for money you get, which device you should get as per your requirement. In case gaming is your requirement, then this is going to be a better deal. In case you want a better display, then this could be a better deal, and you can always compare it. That's all from us. To let us know if you have any specific question for any of these two devices, we would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.